Last class you have seen, so I think, please go on mute everyone. Please go on mute. Yeah, fine. So last class you have seen we defined the target. Then step 2 was we define the data source, right? So data source is basically what data has to be extracted from the source system, right? So once I created my data source, what was happening? System was generating one table inside the database, which is called as which table? PSA table, right? So when I was creating a data source, what is happening? Internally in the database, system is generating some tables called as, which is used for what purpose? Staging purpose, right? So what was your yeah. So last class what we did, first step is I developed my target, right? As we said, it is a ETL. So extraction takes place through what? Data source, right? So we have created one data source in our last class. So now what is your step 3 now? You have to send your data from data source to target. So now step 3 is what? Creation of transformations. So what is transformations is? It defines how data has to be transformed from what? From your PSA to your target, right? So what was your target? Last class you have seen this was your target YC underscore. See, under this we are loading this attributes. And what was your data source? First we have created one interface between BI and file, that is called as a source system connection. So first I am choosing my source system connection. What was that on the day we have created source system connection? The first one. And we have created one data source called as YDS underscore. Now what is that now? First data from the file. First where it will be coming? To my data source. From here I need to send it into my target. So between them what you have to do? You have to create some transformations. So that is what is your step 3. So when you want to start creating a transformation, very simple. First for your transformations, first understand what is your source. That means transformations has to get the data from where? For the transformations, first understand your source. What is the source now? Source is equal to transformations has to get the data from where? From your data source slash PSA. What is the data source name? YDS underscore. What is the data source name? We have created is YDS underscore CNO, right? Then what is the target now? So when now you want to create a transformation, first analyze from where data has to come to where data has to go. That is what is your source and what is your target. I came to know source is my data source. Target is what? Under info object it is attributes. And what is the target name? YC underscore. So now that's what I am saying, right? So data from here First from file it will be coming to here. From there I need to send it into this particular target. Okay, so that is what is my requirement now. So for that what has to be done? So when you want to start creating a transformation, very simple. Either you can start it from the source level, or you can start it from the target level. Anywhere. Either you can start it creating from somewhat source level, or either you can start it creating from target level. So now first let us say we are going to discuss now from, usually creation will be from where? Source level. Everything is same, there is no difference. If you are creating from source level, you have to specify what is your target. If you are creating from target level, you have to specify what is your source. Now, what is that now? See, how to create that? See, RSA1, modeling tab, then you have to go to data source level. In the right frame, you have to select the data source. Which data source you are selecting? Let us say which we have created in earlier step, that is step 2B, which we have created in. So last class we did up to step 2B, right? Okay, select it, context menu, then you can select what? Create transformations. See the part now? So once I log on, come with RSA1, modeling tab. I am saying now go to data source level. Right frame you can select this is your data source. Then context menu, right click. What is the option now? Create transformations. Now what has happened? Source of the transformation. Source of the, what is there now? Object type is your data source. Already it is filled. Source is already filled because I am selecting my data source and I am creating. So it is telling it transformation is getting the data from the data source. Is your source is correct? Cross check. Is it filled? Yes. Then it is asking for target of your transformation. So transformation is getting from data source. From there where it is now? Info object. The target is info object. Now under info object whether it is attributes or text. Right now what we are loading? Attributes, right? So you have to select now. And it is asking to give the name of the, what is your name of info object now? That's it. So the field, the info object which we have created earlier, right? So the same name I am going to give it. Clear now? Fine? Very simple. So it's asking what is your source and what is your target. Suppose same thing if you start creating from the target level. This is my target. Right click on that. Create transformation. The target of info object is filled already. And what is your source of your source is what now? Data source. So you have to fill now. So simple. So either you start creating from target level or from source level is one on the same. The target object type is info object and give some name. Continue. Create transformations. What is that now? It's asking now target. For target, object type is. So now I am coming one by one. Now we are taking info object. Next will come info cube. Next will come something called DSO, like one by one. So object type is info object. Then your subtype is. Subtype is what? Attributes. And it was asking for your name of your, what is that name now? YC underscore. Right. So now, once you create transformation, what system is telling? When I say continue, it is telling that proposal generated with 4 rules. The system is saying that it has proposed you some transformations. So just observe what are the transformations it has proposed. Now why it is proposing? Because now the properties of your target and the properties of your data source are matching. Because while creating a data source on that day, what is that I have given? I have used a template info object. We have used what? A template info object, wherein we have copied the properties of my target object to my data source. So it was 2, the length was 2, converted from length was 2 to 8. Now, so proposal is done based on your, why? Because you have done your, used a template info object and you have copied the properties. So now, how is now see, this is your data source, this is your data source, and this is your target. This is your data source, this is your target. Now what is my requirement? See how it is going? From data from customer number of the data source, it is going to customer number of my target. Data from name of the data source to name of the target. Address to address, phone number to. What type of transformation is this now? Direct assignment. Object to. So now, here in this figure I have represented you from vertically I have shown. In this figure what I have represented is vertical. This is my data source, this is my target. But here it is horizontal. Don't get confused. So now how is your data going? From customer number of the data source to customer number of the target. One second. Hold on. ನೀವು ಎಂಟುವರೆಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು 9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಬರಲಿ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು 10:30 ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ನು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಹಾಂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ 10:30 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ So now, how is data is going up? Data from customer number of the data source to customer number of the target. So by default, whatever it is proposing is use the direct assignment. So what is direct assignment means? Without changing any data. So now suppose data in the data source is coming as C1, file as C1, data source will come always raw data. So without changing any data you want to send here, that is direct assignment. So you can see here it is AB, here also it is going as, that is what is direct assignment. Okay. So, clear what is direct assignment is clear? Object to object mapping. So what you can see here is one object of your data source to one object of my target. Name to name, address to address and phone number to. It's all now one-to-one mapping, right? Suppose if you have not used in the data source the template info object option, it would have been like this. If you have not used the template info object option in your, while creating the data source, system was proposing your data source, the length was 2, 3 something it has proposed, I was not satisfied, I have taken the assistance of my target and I copied the properties of my target to my data source fields or not. If I have not done that, how is that transformation, sir? It will be So like this. So what you have to do now? You have to propose how it has to go from customer number to dragon line. Then from name to name, address to address, and phone number to. Now if you want, you can see what is the name of your transformation now. It's showing my data source name. It is showing my. Then this is your interface name. That means data from this particular data source. You can see the arrow mark. It is going to my info object, that is target. And if you can see, source of your transformation is your data source. This is your source. Target of your transformation is your info object. Clear the logic now? Now, I don't want direct assignments. I want to apply some changes when I am loading my data. So what are the changes I need to apply? So we have created one file on the day. This is my file 1.4. But while loading into my target, let us say these values I want to prefix with Z, that is Z. Now what I have to do, what type of transformation I have to use? Routine. I will be writing some ABAP code specifying how data has to go from my data source to target. Then let us say name should go as it is. Name should go. What type I have to use now? Direct assignment. Then address, I want to apply some constant value. Address, what is that now? I want to apply some. So here it is Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Chennai. When it goes to target, it should become, let us say, India. Then phone number, I don't want to update. What is that I have to use? No transformation. So now, right now, out of totally 6 we discussed, in this I am going to show you right now 4 types. One is routine, direct assignment, constant, and no transformation. So first we will start with how do we apply constant type of transfer rule. How to apply constant type of transformation. So now, let us say now, for address, I want to apply a. So now just if you want, you can observe, just double click on address. What you can see rule type? See, everything is, all the options by default, what is it? So for all the objects it is now, rule type is, so totally 6 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what we discussed. Constant, direct assignment, formula, read master data, no transformation, routine. So now, when I say now for address, I want to apply a constant value. Should it read it from source? I should not read the data from there. So first what you have to do, select this line, right click and delete. I am saying for address, don't read from the source. Okay, delete the link between your data source and. Now see, if you want, you can observe the source field has been removed. Source field of the rule. Right now it's not. Suppose it was like this. Can you see source field is address of your data source. So I don't want to read it from the source. Select this line, right click and delete. I said for address, don't read it from the source. Then I need to apply a constant value. So what has to be done? Double click on address. What is the rule type? Direct assignment. I don't want it to be a direct assignment. I want it to be a constant value. What do you have to select there? Constant. Then it is asking what is your constant value now? So as I said, when you use a constant type of transformation, you have to specify the value. Whatever value you specify, that value will be taken into your target. Clear now? So ETL, extraction takes place through data source. The transformation takes place through your transformations. So after giving the value, just click on transfer values. See now? Address of your target is filled from what? India. So how do you apply now? So just you have to select the link from source to target. Whatever the link is there, so select that link. Okay, then after that you have to delete that link. Then what you can do, just double click on address. So then under rule type, what is it now? You have to select constant. Then you have to give the value. After giving the value, what you have to do? Transfer values. Clear now? So that is how you can apply a constant type of transfer rule. Thing to come, but I should not update it. So what you have to use? No transformation. So for the same thing, so double click on phone number. What is the rule type now? No transformation. So then you have to click on transfer values. Now phone number. Data is trying to come, but what is doing? It is not allowing. So that is what is no transformation. Very simple. So double click on this. Rule type. No transformation. Transfer the values. Then this is no transformation. This is constant. And per name I want it to be as it is. That is direct assignment. Leave it like that. Now observe what is that now? Routine. So here comes the use of ABAP into DI. I need to write some my ABAP code specifying how data has to go from data source to target. That is what we call it as a routine asset. Now I want to write a routine. What is my requirement? Should it read from source? Should it read from source? Yes. So I have data in the source as C1, C2. It has to read C1, C2, but while loading it has to put it as, that means actually data is coming from where? From the source only. For that I need to apply some logic. So that means what is that now? Should the line should be there? Yes. Because I have to read it from my source. Then double click on customer number, and what is the rule type I am going to select now? Rule type is routine. So when I say routine, just observe where it will take. It will take you to some ABAP editor. Did I write this code? It's all generated by the, that's what I'm saying, right? So we are using a menu driven tool. Internally code will be automatically generated by the system itself. See, observe now. So if you can observe, can I remove it? Now what is telling us? Method of computing customer number. What is saying? It's all comments, right? Already some comments are there. By seeing this also you can understand. See, what is that method of computing customer number? How the value of customer number should be calculated in my target. Computing means calculating. So now what is saying? Importing. So transformation is importing the data. So what is the transformation is doing? The transformation is importing the data. This is your transformation. It is importing the data from where? What is saying? Source underscore fields is nothing but your data source. Transformation, how data source is represented here? Source underscore. So transformation is importing the data from where? From the data source. Hyphen. What is there now? Info object. That means transformation is getting the data from where? From customer number of my data source. That means as of now what is the value it is getting? Understand what it's saying? Transformation is getting the data from customer number of the, what is the value right now? For first record, customer number of the data source means C1. And what it is telling? After reading this particular data, after importing this particular data, it is exporting. That means it is reading this particular data and it is sending. Where it is sending now? To the result. How is target represented here? Result. And if you can come down, what is there here? Result equal to, what is there here? Result equal to, what is there? Blank. Blank means it is importing C1 and it is exporting is also. It is importing C2, it is exporting is also. So it's right. So now what is that rule that right now whatever the code that you can see, it is for what type of transformation now? It is for direct assignment. Understand the logic? So it is importing and it is exporting. And what is that? How to result calculate? There is nothing specified. That means whatever it is importing is nothing but what it is exporting. Now I don't want system calculated result. What is system calculated result? C1. I don't want it to be C1. I want it to be ZC1. So what I have to do? I am deleting my result equal to. We are deleting what? The result equal to. And what are the code you have to write? You have to write in this particular place. Now what is your logic? Z is one string. Data coming from the data sources another string. So you need to combine two strings. So when you want to combine two strings, what is the keyword we use? Concatenate. So now use what? Concatenate. Concatenate what? Z. Z is a string. How do you declare a string? Single quotes. So it just like looks like your C language. Now combine Z with what value? C1, huh? If I give C1, what happens? For all the records it takes us? No, it's not C1. Huh? What is that? Combine Z with what value? With customer number. Customer number from where? From my data source. So that means how is your data source represented here? You have seen? Combine Z with source underscore fields. Copy it. So but when you say source underscore fields, that's nothing but entire data source. In the data source, it has to catch value of what? Customer number hyphen. How is customer number C? Your info object name was YC underscore C1, but it is prefixing with what? Even though you create a field or info object also it prefixed with. So now, give this. So I am saying combine a Z with what value? Customer number of the data source. That means fields hyphen customer number means when first record is coming its value is C1, right? So when second record is coming its value is C2. When third record is coming its value is C3. Then after combining this value, where this value has to be placed? Place this value into target. What is the target here? So it may be any logic. You may not be knowing ABAP. For you, what is important? From where data is coming. That is, you have to specify your source and to where data has to go. This is what is important for you as a BA consultant. So, what you will do, if you know ABAP, you only may involve in developing that. If you don't know ABAP, you will be passing on this requirement to your ABAP consultant. Understand now? So at the end, what is that now? Every ABAP statement ends with a full stop. So just type. So now, after this, if you want, you can check for any errors. So what is telling now? No syntax errors found. Suppose, imagine you forgot a dot expected after result. Suppose you didn't give a single quote. What it will say, it is neither declared right. Suppose you missed some spelling here. Right? Just correct singular statement is clear now? So like this, so this is what is your routine. Then after this, you can check for your syntax errors. If it is not there, just save it and you can transfer your values. Now, I have shown you routine, back assignment, constant and no transformation. Finally, what has to be done now? Activate it. After applying all your rules, just activate it. Yes. Online people, any doubts? Hello? Can you hello? Can you hear me? Hello? So for phone number I have made no transformation. Yes. So nothing will happen. If you remove also, same thing only. See, suppose, please don't take the position cursor, leave it. Don't take the access of the cursor. Yeah, see now, for phone number, let us say it was like this. Okay, what is asking? So, I said for phone number I use no transformation. Instead, why can't I remove this link? It's nothing but no transformation. Is that your doubt? Yes. See now, just observe, this was like this. Now what is the rule type now it is? Direct assignment. When I am removing my link, just check still, it is, what is the rule type? No, it is still expecting that it has to get the data from some other source. You know, just observe. It says now some error. Because still the rule type is direct assignment. It is thinking that still it has to get the data from any other source. Now, after deleting the link also, what you have to do? You have to convert it into, now you will not get any problem. So instead, let the line be like that itself if you want. Then you can apply, so anything is same. Even though you remove the line, ensure that it is converted into no transformation. Is it clear? Yeah. How about Srinivas? Srinivas? Sudhi? Sudhi? Yes, face-to-face people? Huh? Okay, we have 100 records. Right. So this concept will be coming in the next exercise. So we are going to discuss right now, I am discussed only transformations. So next we are going to discuss, there is some options called rule groups, start routine, end routine. If all in one exercise itself if I put, you will be getting confusion. That's why we are divided into step by step. So the face-to-face person is asking me, suppose I have 100 records in my source, right? But for 50 records you want to apply a constant. For another 50 records you want to apply another constant value. That is your question. So then you will be using some concept called as rule groups. Now what I will do there, so while writing the routine here, I will say allow the records only from C1 to C50. That means when this transformation is executed, only the 50 records will be here. Again I will create one more rule group there. So that means totally in a single transformation itself you have multiple transformations. That will come in the next exercise. But right now understand what is the... Okay? Right. Still any other doubts? Fine. So we'll move further. Right. So now I have created a transformation. We are just going back. So just observe your target. This is your target now. So you can right click on this target and you can say, yeah, please go on mute then. If you have echo, please go on mute. So now you can right click on your target. So and you can say show the. Now what I can see, this is my data source. So through my transformation, from the data source through my transformation it is coming to my target. Can you see the flow now? So that is what I did. First I have created my target. Next I have created my data source. Next we created a transformation. Now what has to be done? I need to fetch my data from file to data source. That is using a scheduler called info package. Then from here to here I have to use a GTP. So this is what is linking from source to target. This is what you do generally one-time task. Once it is ready, next time onwards just only you have to use info package BTP. Info package BTP. That's it. Clear now? Right. So step 3 is done. Now step 4. So in step 3 apply what are the transformations you want. So then you can go with. So step 4 is what now? Creation of what? Info package. Right? So step 4 is you have to create one info package. Right. So now how do you create info package? Same thing. RSA1 modeling tab, data source level. In the right frame select your data source. Context menu. Then what is that now? Create info package. So same thing, modeling tab, data source level, right frame select your data source, then right click on that context menu. What is the option now? Create a info package. So then it's asking to give some description, right? So technical name of your info package will be taken automatically by system itself. Just give some description. So when I am giving some description, what you can see there, right? Info package description. This is the technical name what it has taken. Then which data source is this? What type of interface is this? And can you see whether there are different tabs over there? First one is what? Data selection. So data selection tab, right? What is the use of this data selection tab is? So it is used, this tab is used for what? For selective loading. See what I am saying selective loading, not selective extraction. The file has C1, C2, C3, C4, but when I am loading data into PSI, I want to load only data of C1 to C3. Our file has now customers address Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi. I want to load only where address is equal to Bangalore. I need to give some conditions while loading data into my PSA. This is what info package is bringing data up to what? PSA, right? So now I want to do some selective loading. I want to load only data of C1 to C3. Now file has C1, C2, C3, C4. I want to load only some C1 to. So then I can go with what? Data selection tab. And can I give any selections over there? From value to value. Can I give any selections over there? Is it possible? See, right now I want to give customer number from C1 to. It's not possible right now, right? So now just observe first and I will tell you that what is that later. Now I am going back to my data source. This is my data source. Go, click on change. Where I am going now? Fields tab. In the fields tab now, I want to do the selective loading based on what? Based on my customer number. I said one is number or it may be address, anything. It may be any field, right? So I want to do it based on customer number. So for customer number, what is there here? You can observe there is something called selection. And what I am doing for customer number, I am going to say that selection possible. What we are selecting there for customer number, selection possible. So then activate. So for customer number, I have selected what? Selection possible, and I have activated it. Okay. Now just go back to your info package now. Can you observe what has been coming here? Customer number is coming. So that is what. So now what I have to do, see, in order to appear an object, in a data selection tab of the what? Info package. What we have to do? We have to select what? Selection possible for this particular object. You have to select what? Selection possible for this particular object in the where? In the fields tab of the what? Data source. Okay, what is it now? See? Clear? So in order to appear an object in the data selection tab of your info package, you have to select selection possible for this particular object in your fields tab of your data source. Then you can come and give your conditions whatever you want. So now I want to load from C1 to C1 to. Now what happens? I am saying selective loading, it's not selective extraction. From file it is going to extract 4 records. It is going to transfer 4 records. But when loading into PSA it will load only 3 records. It's not selective extraction, it is selective loading. Suppose you want to load C1 and C3. What is that I have given? One value is C1 and I want to load C1 and, so now what is there here? You can see, you can insert duplicate row. What is that now? Now only C1 and C3 will be allowed. Like that. So if you want you can, but try to remove that one, it will not allow. So if you want to remove here, there you have to go and remove that selection possible. So now from value to, so let us say I am giving now some conditions while loading. That is clear. What is data selection tab is clear. So then go to extraction tab. So then you can go to, now if you can observe in the extraction tab everything is already filled. Did I give anything? It's already being filled or not? So whatever I have given in my extraction tab of my data source, same thing is filled here. So from next time onwards what you'll do, you'll be just changing your file name here, just going to figure your info package. Clear? So that is extraction tab is already filled. Then processing tab, what is there? What info package is doing? It is bringing only data to my PSA. What is telling data is going only to PSA. And in update tab, what is happening? What is the update mode? Full update. As I said, when you are extracting data from a file, it is always full update. And finally, what you can see there? Go to schedule tab. So there you can click on schedule tab. What you have to do? Just click on start. So once I click start, so BI system will send a request to source system. From there it extracts the data, transfers this data and load it into PSA. Once load is successful, again it will send back a system request saying load has been successful. That is what we are saying ETL. So info package is what? Extract, transfer and load. So click on start. So I didn't do any changes. Just only the thing is I've given the condition. So then I went to schedule tab. Then click on. So once I click start, so what is coming now? Data was requested, right? So data was. Now you want to see whether data has came successfully to where data is coming now? To your PSA. That means which you are checking now? This table. Okay. So now to see that what you can do, go to monitor. So this is icon for monitor whether the load is successfully or not. To check that I am going to monitor. So what is success? Suppose if you get red, load has failed. Suppose yellow, it is still processing. So this is what generally, what is that you can see here also you can see not total status. Status is what? So we call this as a QM status, quality maintenance status. So now what is your QM status now? You have three options, let's see. One is green, it's not yet finished, red. So totally you will be having three options, okay? So by seeing that status, by seeing the QM status you can understand, right? Just like your traffic signals. Right? Green, red and yellow. Now, what is telling now? 4 from, so it is extracted from 4 records. And what is telling us? Observe now, request successfully loaded to PSA. Start further update. Request loaded to PSA. You can start what? Then he has given some recommendations. See, you can use a GTP to distribute your data to further targets. And see, if you want, you can see here header. In header, you can get information. What is your request number? Every time you load, it takes one request number. What time it has started and what time it has been finished. And what is your application component, what is your data source, what is your interface name, what is the info package name, then what is the adapter. Suppose you want to go to your data source, click on that, it will take you to your. So any issue is there, you can easily identify. You know, what is the loading conditions? It is load text type of file from your local workstation. What is the format of your file? What is the path of the file? And any selections you have given? We have given a selection as C1 to C3. And who is the user ID? What type of update now? It is going only to the PSA. Right. Done. Go to. Still, suppose if any error is there, you can still better understand where exactly error has happened. So now everything is green now. So now first what is happening? BI system is sending a request to my source system. Is there any problem with request? There is no problem with request. Next, what is that? Extraction. So now from the source system it is extracting the data. How many records it is extracted? 4 records. So I said ETL. That is selective loading I said, right? Then what is that? Transfer. How many records are transferred? 4 records are transferred. 1 second. Right. So now transfer is also 4 records. Then finally what is that now? ETL. So now while updating into PS out of 4, how many records are successful? You know, 1 record has been finished. Clear? So suppose if there was any problem with extraction, you will get here red. If there was any problem with transfer, you will get here red. I'll show you next. Right now I am showing you successful load. Next I will make my load to fail. Then I will show you how can you rectify these loads. And you want to see what is the data that is there in your PSA. For that you can click on your PSA maintenance. So I am clicking on PSA maintenance. How many records are there in PSA now? 3 records. See, out of 4 only 3 has been loaded. Sorry? PSA. Right now it is in PSA. No. Info package, what it will do? It will bring only data from source to PSA. Sir. Right now data is in staging area. Then from there it will go into target. That is through what? You have to trigger a DTP. But if it is earlier version 3.5, data directly will go into target. So now what is your data now? C1, C2, name. Is it constant? Is it ZC1? Still phone number is coming. Why? Yes. So PSA consists of what? Raw data. So transformation are executed only when data is going from PSA to target. Your changes will be applied when? So staging area will have same data as in the source asset. So that is what you can observe here. Your PSA is having raw data. Okay. So now this is, suppose you want to look at in your table. PSA table on the dash shown, right? What is your PSA table? It's a 10 digit. Now you can observe. You know, this PSA has been loaded how many times? Once. And you can see the symbol. Request not had been updated into data target. And what is the PSA table name? /BIC/B followed by some 10 digit random number I say. So now if you want you can go and check in the table also. BIC11. What is the table name? /BIC/B. For some random 10-digit number it was taking it. Display, content, execute. Finishing on the data is come to. This is exactly how it is storing in the database. From this table only you are seeing here in the front end. Front end I shown, so that is coming from where? From this table which I have shown you in the background. Right. Now what has been done? Data has come here into my PSA. From there, where should I send now? To my target. Using what? Using a DTP, right? So now what is your step 5 now? Trigger a data transfer process, DTP. What it does, it extracts data from what? From data source /PSA to what now? To the target. From your PSA to target. So now, how can you trigger the DTP? Very simple again. So now, you can go with the same part, RSA1 modeling tab, data source level, right click on your data source. What is the option? So first you created a transformation, then I am creating an info package, then we are creating a DTP. Anything is same. So, or you can select your target also. This is your target, right click. Or if you can see, expand your target, system is proposing you one DTP. Based on what it is proposing? Based on your transformation. So just double click on this. Double clicking is nothing but again what? Everything is same. Any option you can use. But remember, one source, one target will have only one DTP. On a single source and a single target, I cannot create a second DTP. That's what I said. DTPs are source and target specific. Now, what you can do? RSA1 modeling tab. You can go with your, let us say I am going with target level, info provider level. Then, in the right frame, expand the target. In the right frame, what has to be done? You have to expand the target, and you can double click on what? Data transfer process. Now, what is that you can see? So just double click on this. Now what you can see, this is your DTP name. What is the DTP name? You can see your data source name hyphen your info object name. And what is the DTP type? It is taken as a, out of 4 it is taken as what? Why it has taken as standard DTP? Nothing to do with file or something. Why it has taken as standard DTP? Did it specify anywhere? Then without specifying how it will take? Huh? Where I have specified it? Where did I specify it? While creating the data source, what I said? Under direct access, what is that? One setting was there yesterday I shown last class. No DTP allowed for direct access. If I select what I said on this data source, what the DTP you create, it will be a standard DTP I said. But if you select allowed, it would have been Direct access DTP. Understand the logic? That means you are not practiced. So because of that setting only it is here a direct access DTP. Suppose if you have selected there allowed, right? So it would have been a direct access DTP. See, remember, it's not so easy what you think. Practice is very important. So don't miss the practice part. Practice, practice, practice. Otherwise you can't learn. Okay, so just double click on this. Now what is the DTP type now? Standard. And what you can see, source of the DTP is what? DTP is extracting the data from your data source. Target is info object. Clear? Is it correct? Yes. Continue. Then what you can see first is extraction tab. Extraction is from where? Extraction is from my data source. And you can see what is that extraction mode. You have two options, full or. So now, when I say full, don't get confused with update mode and extract mode. You have seen in info package there was something called update mode. There was only one option called full update. So update mode is from source to PSA. Extraction mode is from PSA to target. Now if I select full, now how many records are there in the PSA? How many records it will extract? All the 3 records. Suppose tomorrow I am loading second file. Imagine it has some 10 records. First when I am taking info package, how many records will come to PSA now? 10 records. Now, what is the total number of records in PSA? 10 plus 3 is 13. Tomorrow when you trigger DTP, how many records you want to extract? Only 10. So at that time what you have to use? Delta. So here it is request wise, load wise. So first time you have to use full, next time onwards you have to use what? Delta. Clear? So, but suppose what was the default option? Delta was my default option. So if you want you can use it as delta only. But if you want you can convert into full, next time again I need to convert into delta. Instead of that, let me use the same option. And what is the other option you can see here? So filter is same as your data selection again. So in the extraction tab, what is it now? Okay, extraction mode is, what is it I selected? Delta. Then you can see what is it now? You have an option called filter. So filter is same as what? Data selection. But what is it now? Filter works from what? From your PSA to staging area to target. Data selection works from what? From source system to PSA. Understand what is the difference between filter and now PSA has 3 records, but while loading into target I want to load only C1. Then I use filter. If you use data selection itself, PSA itself will have 1 record. But suppose, imagine you have multiple targets, target 1 and target 2. So for one target I want to load all C1 to C3, for one target only C1. At that time where should I use now? Filter. So I should not use data selection. Like that. So now filter is from PSA to target. See now, customer number I said suppose C1. So what happens into your target only? From PSA which record it will pull? Only your C1. So like that. So that is your extraction tab. So then what you have? Next tab is update tab, right? So then go to update tab. So in update tab, what you can just check, just observe now. So data target is what? It is info object. Then what is that it is? Error handling, right? There is some option called. So you have different options in there. Don't get confused with 0, 1, 2. That is where the option numbers. What is that option 1? Right now you can see valid records update. No, now let us say I have 3 records which I have in my file. Imagine 1 record is having an error. Out of 3 records, 1 record is having some. Now when you trigger your DTP, how many records are valid? 2 records. What is telling? Valid records update. That means let the 2 records be updated into your target. Where 1 record will go? Into error stack. And even though 2 records are updated into the target, what is telling? It is telling no reporting. That means even though 2 records are updated into the target, you can't use this data for reporting purpose. What is the request is? Red. That means data is going, valid records are going to the target, but your load has taken as failed. So you have to rectify the error until and unless that 1 record is also updated into the target. I can't use that particular data for reporting purpose. What is the other option? Valid records update, reporting possible. What is that request is? Now, 2 records will go into the target. Your load will be considered successful. You can use those 2 records for reporting purpose also. And what is that? No update. If you use this, what happens? How many records will go into target now? 0 records will go into target. Clear the logic? And what is the other option? So error handling is deactivated. So if you want to study based on this, suppose same thing, place the cursor there and press F1. You can get a document and you can study about that. So but what is the best option out of this? I want all entire data for reporting. I don't want to miss any data for reporting. What I'll say? Valid records update, no reporting. So I'm using the default option itself. Then go to execute tab. So what you can do, activate your DTP and you can execute it. So once I execute it, what happens? Right? BS system, right? It will send a request to my data source. From there, it extracts the data, apply the transformations and loading into target. So now, just activate it. Update tab. Now what you can do? Activate the DTP. So I have used the default options itself. Then you can click on execute. So I'm just activating my DTP. So once I click execute, that means your target will be filled up, loaded with data. Right. So click on execute. Right. So it is asking, do you want to see the monitor whether it is successful or not? So what you can do, you can click on yes. Suppose if you said no, you can go for monitor checking from here. Anything is same. So just go with monitor. Now what is that now? It is right now. Yellow means still processing is. So what is doing? So first it is extracting the data from where? Data source. Then it is checking for any filter is there. Then your transformations are executed. And then finally it is updating into our target. See? ETL, extraction, transformation and loading. What happened to this? Short dumper. Just a second. I'll show you. Right. So this was your target. This was your DTP. So just go to monitor. What is that now? It is successful extraction from data source, then transformation. Finally, it is updating into your target. And now if you want, you can observe, see what is there here. So is there any data in the error stack? Click on that. Any error is coming, data will be updated in the error stack as well. So there is no error. So, and you want to see the contents of your target, what you can do? What is there here icon? Administer data target. That is to see the contents of your target. Or you can do one thing to for your still better understanding also like this. This is your target. Just you can click on manage. This target has been loaded how many times? Once. And you can see this request is available for reporting. So if this symbol is there, then only I can say this data can be used for reporting purpose. And what is the status now? Green. So now you can see the contents. Click on contents. Here you can click on contents. Then do you remember this screen? First exercise. Right click, maintain master data. Same screen is coming. Execute. Now what is the data? Just observe. So C1, C2 are the records which you are loaded manually. First exercise. Then what is that now? See? File C1, C2, C3. Routine is applying or not? Then this is direct assignment. This is constant. And this is no transformation. So language and description are not filled because I have not loaded text. What you are loaded is attributes. So if you load text, that will also get filled up with your data. So like this, now we have extracted data from a file into BI by applying some transformations. Understand now? So this is how you can extract the data to BI from a flat file. Process remains same, right? Maybe your target may different. And as I said, file now I have taken 4 fields, it may be some 100 fields. So I have taken 4 records, it may be some million records also. But some more options are there that we'll be seeing in the next exercises. Right. So any doubts with this particular exercise? So this is what is very important.